At least you're wearing shoes this time.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell did you do? Look at that. How old are those?
Like 7, 8 years.
78 years?
7 or 8 years. We
We're
are
rolling. Give it 10 seconds and roll.
giggity. Tokyo Tribe is twisted. And the hip-hop's great. I never would have realized
That Japanese hip-hop
Japanese
would be so
hip-hop
good.
would be so fucking awesome in a musical. And it's twisted. There's like this guy, Big Boppa, the like main bad guy boss, and these people walk in a room, and he's all like, and there's a table, right? And then he's like, and he takes out this huge fucking dildo, and then sets it on the table. It's like, what the fuck was that
It's
about?
Japanese cinema.
Yeah, I suppose.
mean, honestly, like think about some of the stuff that we've received from over there.
Oh God, they're TV shows.
Their TV, yeah. They're jerking off karaoke TV shows.
Oh my
God.
God.
I watch that more than I should.
Oh crap. But if I see you out and about with anyone, it's not unusual to see me cry. I wanna die. Oh. Welcome to another episode of Film Speak. Today, well, what can I say? Stephanie Hensley's coming on today. So if you're expecting a whole bunch of fucked up tangents and conversations that keep going in circles and us talking about John Hughes and Zack Snyder and just, we you know we're going to go all over the place. And it's just going to be some seriously warped, fucked up shit. Because when you get the two of us together, it's probably going to get a little fucking crazy. So please stay tuned for the most amazingly director, writer, just freaking awesome person, Stephanie Hensley.
Day you left me, I almost died.
We're going to talk about more David Lynch than you have heard in a long time. Coming right back to you.
All the David Lynch.
All the David Lynch.
Oh.
All the David Lynch. A candy colored clown they call the Sandman. Tiptoes in my room every night.
I was playing Mortal Kombat and I thought it was the Mortal Kombat movie.
Living in hell, I'm living in hell.
It always happens. Yeah, we just can't shut the fuck up is what
It
the
always
problem is.
You guys don't have to try too hard to get me here to talk about film.
Live long and prosper.
No! Gone!
I agree, wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot write about life until you experience life, and that's every aspect of it.
You guys want to go for a joyride? How about you? You.
Hey,
I mean,
welcome to Film Speak. It's going to be an even more different episode that we usually do. Stephanie's on so fucking much that we decided we're just going to talk.
Yeah.
I'm going to edit it down to a half hour. We're going to say,
Maybe.
fuck it.
maybe we'll edit it down to half hour. think, yeah, we usually hit 40.
We usually hit 45 minutes.
50.
You just can't help it. We just start
No.
talking and it just goes.
And we always get off track.
Yeah.
We never talk about what we're supposed to talk about.
We
touch
talk
on it.
about it and then we go away. We come back for a minute.
Yeah.
That's what makes for great TV.
Yeah. Usually you discuss Zack Snyder because your opinion is
'Cause
different than
I
mine.
hate Zack Snyder.
That's 6 episodes now.
6 episodes
That's 6.
now.
Jodie Foster in The Accused comes up every single episode.
Oh, well, I use that because I speak movie speak, and so using Jodie Foster across the pinball machine in The Accused is my example how I'm left feeling a lot of times from people in pop culture. Curled up at the bottom of the shower, crying, telling myself it's going to be okay.
See, every episode it comes up. What else do we discuss? David Lynch comes up.
David Lynch. Well, you can't talk films without talking David Lynch.
Usually drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are a pretty twisted bunch. But today we're talking about John Hughes.
Yeah. So we're not going to get off track with that. I mean,
Nah, there's a lot of John Hughes to talk about.
there's more John Hughes to talk about than humanly possible.
No doubt.
We're gonna run out of time.
We're gonna run out of time, but I think we'll probably go over. But it's my show, so I don't care.
It happens.
It happens.
It happens.
But
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
go for it.
All right, Pretty in Pink. Why do you hate it?
I saw that movie in a theater. Was really excited to see it because John Hughes. Before Pretty in Pink, you had Breakfast Club, Weird Science, 16 Candles, and these were all some of my favorite movies. So I was really jazzed to go see it, and then go see it, and I knew something was wrong when I saw it, right? Because Ducky should have fucking gotten a girl. Okay.
All right, I will give you that. Ducky Dale deserved a girl,
Ducky deserved a girl.
but he got Chrissy Swanson.
The reason
Like, he ended up with Chrissy Swanson in that movie.
I know, but still, he should have all the romance was.
But he ended up with Christy Swanson.
who is a little more attractive than
a little
Laura
more
Ingalls.
attractive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ducky Dale still came out ahead.
I know, but do you know that they changed? That they actually have the original ending was that Ducky got the girl.
But he got Christy Swanson in this version. He won.
In the end,
He won.
won.
She went on to be Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
True that.
What has Molly Ringwald done since then?
Um,
The shitty show Townies, which lasted 1 season.
the-
She was in The Stand.
hold on, my daughter watched a TV show with her in it. Hold on, it's there. Secret Life of an American Teenager. I feel so bad. I know that.
I told you you were going to cry this episode.
I'm crying because I had to watch Secret Life of
ABC
an American
Family.
Teenager. Yeah. That's what happens when they took Kyle XY off.
You are going to cry this episode. You watched Kyle XY?
I watched Kyle XY. I really dug that show.
I can't say much. I watch Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, you see, I don't watch that one.
In my defense, I never watched that show, and I was hanging out with someone, and they were like, "You have to watch this. You remind me of one of the vampires."
Oh, that never
And they
helps.
and they put it on, and I was like, "A, why do I have to be the pussy vampire, even though he has better hair?
Yeah.
And B, now I can't look away. Like it was an addiction."
you're trapped in
I
it.
was like, "What is going on the WB? What are they doing? What is this?"
Which is funny because they haven't been to WB since
CW.
1999.
CW. Yeah, they haven't been to WB since Dawson's Creek.
That's even cooler.
I'm an old soul. Leave me alone. Same damn channel.
Same damn channel. And it was originally Paramount. It went Paramount to WB.
Yeah, it was
to
originally
CW.
Star 64 when like we couldn't
Star
afford when we couldn't
64.
afford cable.
No doubt. Now, Pretty in Pink, I like after it was done, like a couple years after it was done, I was reading a magazine article that reinforced my despise, right, for Pretty in Pink, which was it was Molly Ringwald in a theater full of 12-year-old girls, right?
Okay.
They tested Pretty in Pink with all these little like preteen and teen girls and everything, and all of them were like, "And we don't want him to end up with Ducky. We want him to get Andrew McCartney."
Money
And-
hungry whores at 12. Do
and
you
then,
hear
yeah,
that
I
shit?
know,
Like,
I know. And then Molly Ringwald was like, "Well, I wouldn't end up with Ducky. I would end up with Andrew McCartney." And then that only solidified me for even now 20-something years later to say, fuck Pretty in Pink. Fuck it all to hell.
But he got Christy Swanson. You're not looking at the big picture here. He got Christy Swanson.
Oh, true that.
And she was a duckette.
And she was a duckette.
Yeah.
You know, that was just filmed as a, later on, you know, as like an alternate because they didn't want people feeling bad about Ducky not getting
Well, I
monologue.
certainly don't
Well,
feel
then it
bad
worked
for him
for
now. It
you.
worked. It worked.
Yep. Here's an interesting tidbit about Pretty in Pink. Andrew McCartney was on another film and had cut his hair. And so when they brought back to film the new scene with Molly Ringwald getting Andrew McCartney's character, he had to wear a wig.
Really? What was
Yeah.
What was he working on?
I can't remember. So I think it was like a he was in an army movie. And
Okay, so he had like a...
he had his hair cut like really short army style.
Huh.
So they had to get a wig for him to wear.
Huh.
Which goes to show you do a movie, man, wait a long time before you change your appearance.
Yeah.
You never know when you're going to get callbacks for fucked up shit.
Yeah. Pretty in Pink didn't bother me because he got Christy
Because
Swanson.
he got Christy Swanson.
I mean, that makes it all okay. Soundtrack was amazing.
Yeah, okay.
John Hughes is great. Every John Hughes movie has an amazing soundtrack.
But he was on the cutting edge of the music at that time, you know. I mean, Psychedelic Furs was a little poppy, but it was still punky.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that underground British new wave stuff. OMD, lots of OMD in his
Yeah.
soundtracks.
He, with the exception though, like I watched Pretty in Pink and then Some Kind of Wonder. They all kind of feel they're the same.
Yeah.
They're the same. But then you have Weird Science, which was like, where the hell did that come from?
Okay, Weird Science. I love Weird Science because I was living in California, and that was my friend Jeremy and I.
You guys played with Barbie dolls?
Wade and Gary.
You guys
Yeah,
played with
we were-
Barbie dolls?
We were just that dorky. Yeah, yeah.
You guys sat around brawls on your head?
Yeah, I think we actually did that once or twice.
I mean, all right.
And you see them in high school and stuff, and yeah, that was us. Oh, and Robert Downey Jr., Weird Science.
Yeah, and his wardrobe in Weird Science.
Yeah.
Dude, he could dress. High tops and shorts
High
and
tops,
vest, and yeah, he could dress.
I modeled myself for a couple of years with the whole high tops and the shorts. Wearing a long
Look,
sleeve.
I'm not going to get out of the 80s ever. Ever. It's here to stay.
There is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Interesting tidbit about Anthony Michael Hall. He's had my bra on his head.
Nice.
Yeah. That's what happens when Stephanie drinks at horror conventions.
I have to admit, I met Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah.
I didn't have any money to get a signature or a picture or anything, but he didn't have a lot of people around him. So I just walked up and I was like, look, I'm a filmmaker. I just wanted to come and say hi. Vacation, Weird Science, Breakfast Club, even fucking Johnny Be Good.
Yeah.
Right? I was raised with you. You know, you were one of my friends growing up. It was like you
Did he put your bra on his head?
No, but he gave me a hug,
Oh.
right? And gave me a pat on my face and told me that was the nicest thing he had ever heard in a long time. And
Yeah, he
so,
was super sincere when I met him. He was,
really nice guy.
yeah, he was there for the right reasons. Like, he enjoyed his fan base that stopped
Yeah.
by. There's a lot of people that do those conventions that,
Well, I can name one that disappointed me quite a bit. What's her name from Point Break and
Lori Petty.
Tank Girl, Laura Petty. God, that was just
That
awful.
was here. It was in Dayton, right?
It was here.
Yeah.
She bitched to me about her drug dealer and her publicist.
She bitched to me about being in a motherfucking barn and does anyone in Ohio know who she is? And I was like,
I did. I thought she was cool as fuck until I started talking to her and she just bitch. And I was like, wow,
Yeah,
you are such a twat.
yeah, she,
I had a better time talking to the Red Ranger.
she's burnt out in life. You can just tell.
Yeah.
Like, she's, her character on Orange is the New Black is spot on, I think.
Really?
I think she's that fucking crazy. Like, she's out there now.
That's just a damn shame because I love Tank Girl.
I love Tank Girl. I loved her in League of Their Own.
League of Their Own, yeah. She was great in that too.
Yeah.
Oh, and Point Break.
Yeah. And like in League of Their Own, like she had a monstrous cast and she held her own against them. Like she really, But yeah, she's. I was disappointed with her too, so I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna pick some. Vic Miller was the best guy I met at that convention.
Best guy I met at that convention would have been C. Thomas Howell. I had a nice conversation with him. And
Yeah.
even though you could tell by the look in his face and his demeanor that he was not happy being there,
Yeah.
he was still really cool talking with. I talked to him because I love the Hitcher,
Okay.
the original Hitcher. I mean, yeah, okay, Outsiders.
Well, yeah.
you know,
I mean,
the
my mom used to
usual-
call me Pony Boy Curtis. So,
Stay golden.
yeah, you know, it's because I let someone cut my hair with a pocket knife.
Oh, really?
That's what
awesome.
started
That's
it.
what started
Yeah.
it? That's awesome. All you
I
need
was
to do
that
is just
kid.
dye the blonde tips.
Like
You'll
I
be
came
right
home and she
there.
was like, "What the hell did you let happen?" I was like, It'll grow back."
It'll grow back. I think PBR was involved.
Well, no, in school it was natural light. I was even classier.
Hey, I remember those days.
Yeah, that was.
Well, it's like for me, when I was a teenager, what was Boone's Farm?
Yep.
Boone's
I
Farm
did the
wine.
Boone's. Yeah.
We drank a lot of that. Boy, that would give you the shits and heartburn both at the same time.
Yeah, but if you for $2 a bottle,
$2 a bottle, you get strawberry Boone's Farm, man.
you go and you spend $10 and get you 5 bottles and you're good.
That is a cheap drunk. It's a cheap mean drunk. That's
Yeah.
a cheap drunk.
Yeah, at Boone's Farm, I did a lot of that.
Touching back to John Hughes films.
Oh
I
yeah,
have to-
because we always get off.
Oh, we do. It's cool. It's my show. Fuck them. One thing that's really special for me for John Hughes films is when I moved back from California and I was living with my grandma and stuff, and I was just talking to her and I was like, because I love movies, and I was just like, when's the last time you saw a movie, Grandma, in the theater? And she said 1956,
Wow.
and I was like, well, we're going to the movies, Grandma, and I took her to go see Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yes.
And I never knew my grandma could laugh. And she laughed so hard, she had tears streaming out of her eyes. She talked about that fricking movie for years afterwards. It was just the funniest thing. So thank you, John Hughes. You made my grandma laugh.
And fuck Zack Snyder.
And fuck Zack Snyder. Oh, this is scary.
Nah.
Whenever you're ready, sir. Now?
Now.
Now?
Yeah, now.
You know my girl, now?
Now. Yeah,
You know my girl just called me up and she woke me from my sleep. You should have heard the things she said. You know she hurt my feelings deep. I'm gonna buy me a dog.
Dog?
Dog, why? Why? 'Cause I need a friend now. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna buy me a dog. Hold on, I lost it. My page isn't loading up all the way. I don't even know what the hell's wrong with this thing. Yeah.
My girl don't love me no how.
How now, brown cow? No, wait a minute. What's the verse? She used to bring me my newspaper, 'cause she knew where it was at.
Oh, yeah, you don't know where it's at.
She used to keep me so contented. But I can teach a dog to do that. I'm gonna buy me a dog. Dog.
Yeah.
'Cause I need a friend now. Boop boop shabop bop ram llama. I'm gonna buy me a dog. My girl no longer loves me now. How now, brown cow? I said I'm gonna buy me a dog. If I was looking for a word to describe it, I'm gonna buy a big dog. A big dog. And it just comes springing from my lips. The word dog, I mean. I'm gonna buy a dog and I'm gonna buy a dog.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Springing.
What kind of
Just
regular
springing.
dog?
Regular dog, yeah, just.
Yeah. I'd buy a, I want it, but you know, Scott's already got one.
I think I need a glass of water.
Why? You thirsty? see?
No, I want to see if my neck leaks.
Oh, I see, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hike!
Okay, Henry.
I think it's time for us to go. You know, I was a little late on this song.
A little late.
A little late. I just got back from Africa, you know.
Oh, you play any cards with the natives?
Oh, yeah.
You lose with the
Zulus? No. I usually won.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
You know what? I think we're going to leave this fucking just like this.
probably.
Probably.
I don't think there's any other better way to do it.
I think there's any better way to do
I don't
it.
think anybody else deserves anything else.
No. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, that's what you get.
That was it. One take. We're leaving it. What do you think, Scott?
I think the thing with, like, when I watch John Hughes, obviously, we're not going to talk about the age difference between you and I, but, you know, there's a little bit of one.
Just a little.
But my mom, you know, she introduced me to that stuff because she loved it.
Yeah.
So when I was going through my, like, awkward teenage stuff, like, she was watching that stuff. And it was on USA. And I mean, it was on all those channels constantly. The WB. But he wrote teenagers to a point that they felt like teenagers.
Yeah.
Like, just the awkwardness and the dialogue. And it was, like, when they're sitting around the Breakfast Club and they're all smoking weed, I was like, that's
Chicks cannot hold the smoke.
like, that's
what
just,
it is.
Yeah, it just happens. Like, it was natural.
Yeah.
And everything that Ferris Bueller, it all was natural.
Very natural.
Yeah, you know.
And quotable.
Well, yeah. We talked about Ferris Bueller last time I was on here.
I think so.
Because instead of Save Ferris, it was Save Stephanie and Bill. Yeah, he just had a way of making you remember you were a kid. And, like, even now watching it, like, I go back to feeling like
But even
kid.
Vacation, the awkwardness between Chevy Chase the dad
Yeah.
and his kids and everything. I always thought that they did a hell of a job capturing that.
Oh, absolutely. I like all the Vacation movies.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen the new one?
I have not seen the remake yet, no.
It's not really a remake.
Oh, that's right.
It's Rusty.
It's Rusty grown up.
Watch it.
Without, you know, but
It's not Christy Swanson, but it's Christina Applegate. Watch it. I mean, you can't go wrong with Kelly Bundy.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
No. If you want to get me with Christina Applegate, right? It's don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
The dishes are done.
The dishes are done, man. All right, you can talk to any of my fucking kids. How many times I will say, right on top of that, Rose. Anytime, like if I'm busy and somebody asks me to do something, I'm just like, right on top of that, Rose.
That's a damn good movie. I love that movie. It's kind of like, so, okay, you can have that one. I was Kelly Bundy. But for me, Elizabeth Shue was another one I had a crush on, and it was Adventures in Babysitting.
Adventures of Babysitting. Okay, when she does the babysitter blues, man,
Yep.
that sells it.
And when she's like, and don't fuck with the babysitter, like, I was just like, and then she did, you know, like, then there was Cocktail and all this other stuff, and I was like, nope, Adventures in Babysitting.
Adventures
like,
of Babysitting.
Where
yeah.
was that babysitter?
No doubt.
Like,
Yeah, I like Christy Swanson too.
Christy Swanson too. Yeah, I mean, we're way off track. Way off track.
At least we're in the right era of
Yeah, at
movies,
least we're in the
least.
80s. Like, totally. We're in the 80s at least. Do you have a favorite John Hughes? We know you hate Pretty in Pink. But
I hate Pretty in Pink. Okay, picking. I guess favorite would probably be if I had to just.
Yeah.
If I just had to pick one, I would say Weird Science and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I can't choose between the two.
All right.
Weird Science, I love it because Gary and Wyatt. That's
Whatever happened to?
that was me.
Like, whatever happened to the other guy?
Wyatt.
Whatever happened to Wyatt?
Yeah.
Where did Wyatt go?
Never seen him anywhere.
No.
It's
Never.
your son, Gary. Don't you know? I don't know who this Gary kid is, but just shut up.
No, Weird Science is good. Ferris Bueller is probably my favorite, but I have a soft spot for 16 Candles.
Love 16 Candles. John Cusack, just his little role in
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, because.
Well, him and Joan, like.
Yeah, and Joan Cusack with
her
the
neck brace and the damn skirt.
Trying to get the drink of water.
Yeah, that one. I think that was the first one I watched, and I was like, kind of was start digging like the teenage romantic comedies.
I think mine would have been Vacation. I went and saw it in the drive-in with Running Scared with Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines. And that
No
was
shit.
a great fucking combo.
That is a great combo. Yeah, that would have been a good night.
And still, I love Running Scared. There's a movie on Netflix right now called Running Scared. It looks like crap, but every time I pass it, I'm like,
You're
"Ooh,
like, oh!"
Running Scared!"
Psych.
Fuck.
Psych. You know, Netflix has an 80s category.
Really? I might have
They
to
have a
check
90s
that out.
category too. Yeah.
90s. Give me the 80s.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of good that came out of the 90s.
Nah, not for Pulp Fiction.
Well, I mean, some of the
The
underground,
indie movies took off in the
took off.
90s.
And then, you know, some of the slashers were reborn with Scream and stuff like that. Like, they brought it full circle on that, but
Yeah,
there wasn't, the mainstream stuff was,
kind of crappy.
yeah, minus Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Because of Christy Swanson.
Because of Christy Swanson. I went and saw that, and that came out when I was in Hawaii, '92, and I dropped 3 hits of acid. And oh wow, this is recording. And I went and saw it. Totally worth it. I went and saw it because of Paul Rubens, because I saw a picture of Paul Rubens dressed up like that.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck me, I got to see this movie.
I will not tell you why I went to see it.
Christy Swanson.
In hindsight, that's probably true, but keep in mind, in '92, I wasn't even 10.
Oh gosh, yeah, yeah. So yeah, that would be a little different.
Yeah, yeah. 90210. It was Luke Perry,
Luke Perry.
and then I watched it, and I was like, "Who's this David Arquette guy?"
Yeah.
Like, I fell in love with David Arquette in that movie. He did such a great job. Like
he did do a great job.
Yeah. So I wish he would have had more screen time because he owned that character. Like, he was just fun.
I heard Paul Rubens got the role because the director saw his mugshot from him getting busted masturbating in that theater in Florida.
Masturbating and singing karaoke.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think he was. And he got arrested for it, so he must not have been doing that good. But he saw the mugshot of Paul Rubens, and it wasn't Pee Wee Herman
Right.
looking. It was him after a bender getting caught in a porn theater, and he's like, "That's the guy I want as a vampire."
Hey, it worked.
It did work.
It did work.
Yeah.
They did a good job with it. It was a fun movie. And then I felt disappointed, though, because I liked the show as well, but it was a completely different feel. And to find out that that's what he originally wanted was what the show, I was like, it worked so well as like a teen comedy.
Yeah.
Like, it really did work. Because they were talking about remaking it like the way he wanted it the first time.
For the movie?
Yeah, like redoing the movie, and I'm like,
Well, the TV show, I love the TV show, so I don't think you need to touch on that again.
no, you can just let it be.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Yeah, it's time to think up some new concepts, Hollywood.
Good luck with that. Like, it is insane, the revamps and remakes and...
And John Hughes, after all the teen movies from the 80s, and then he did a flip-flop in the 90s where he stepped back from teens to kids.
Yeah.
With Home Alone, Curly Sue, Baby's Day Out.
So he's like, what was it? Is it The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, where he gets
You're
younger?
reversing.
So John Hughes is actually Benjamin Button, and he just gets younger.
He could have, because the last 6-7 years of his life, he was just a recluse. He didn't come out of his house.
It's because he was an infant.
Because he was an infant. He was a little baby.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? That totally makes sense now.
We figured it out.
We figured out the John Hughes code.
Yeah. Yeah, but he wrote the kid stuff too, like, exceptionally well. Like, he was just good at capturing what it was like to be a certain age.
Home Alone, as overplayed as it is, really took that the little kid, the younger kid syndrome.
Yep.
And what it's like with the big family and how easy it is
To get lost.
to get lost and be left out. And he took that metaphor of being left out and basically made it into a whole movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what impresses me most with him is like the stuff he did in the 80s, a lot of it was similar, had similar concept, girl wants boy, wrong
Yeah.
side of the track, right side, and all that. But then the dialogue and like how people interacted in his films were.
Like you were saying, Breakfast Club. That's a lot of the ways how my friends at that age, we talked and acted.
Yeah. The only thing with Breakfast Club, I wish to God I knew what happened on Monday. Because I'm going to tell you, they didn't talk.
Yeah.
There's no way.
If it all went back,
Yeah.
you know.
Molly Ringwald lost her virginity. That was the game over.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't talk to her again. Ally Sheedy would have been the one that I tried to bang out of that whole group. So
I'm more like the kooky girls. Yeah.
yeah, with the pixie stick sandwich. But yeah, they didn't talk. They were not friends on Monday.
They weren't friends on
no,
Monday.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
All went back to the way it was.
Yeah.
It's like I try to tell my daughter how different, high school was for me. Because, when she went to high school, same high school, but everybody was more intermixed. There was less classes and caste system and stuff like that. And I was like, well, you want to know what school was like for me in high school? Take half Heather's, half Breakfast Club.
God, how did you survive high school?
I'm not sure if I did.
Like, how did you ever survive high school? Yeah, I didn't have too many of like the social classes or anything, any of the separation. I mean, you had like your athletes and people that were in band, but on the weekends we all partied together. It didn't matter. But yeah, Breakfast Club, they were not friends on Monday. No way.
No. It all went back to the way that it was.
Yeah.
Little Brian was like this as everybody walked by.
Yep. They walk by and just slap him in the forehead. But yeah, I mean, but it was a good interaction. It was good dialogue. Everyone played well off each other.
We talked about this before we were rolling. One of my only issues with John Hughes films is how white they were.
Yep.
Because there was, the closest thing they had to cultural integration was Long Duck Dong.
What's happening?
What's happening, Hosta? No more Yankee, my wanky. Dong, I need food. Which, hey, bless the guy for doing the role.
Right. Yeah.
Because here we are 30 years later still quoting him.
I'm sure he knew that going into it, like that I'm going to be remembered for this.
Hey, but I don't love him just for that. I love him for Weird Al's UHF.
Okay.
Okay. The Wheel of Fish. Oh, snapper. That's a very good fish.
I think the thing with anything in the 80s, like we were talking, like there wasn't a lot of, not just with John Hughes, like in general, there wasn't a lot of like
integration.
Yeah, there really wasn't.
You had to go to TV for that, right? Because, God, I hate to say it, but shows like Different Strokes and Webster.
Did you watch Webster?
No, not really.
Are you lying to me right now?
No, I'm not lying.
God.
I watched a couple of episodes, right? Because the dad, right? That's the guy from Blazing Saddles. Mongo. That's Mongo.
I watched
Webster,
and there was an episode where he was pissed off at God for killing his parents. So when people would sneeze, he wouldn't say God bless you. He would say Michael Jackson. And no one ever gets it when I'm talking about it. I was like, I swear to God, I might have been 6, but I'm telling you, that happened on Webster.
I'm more of a Different Strokes guy.
Okay.
I remember the Bicycle Shop episode.
See, I didn't watch a lot of Different Strokes.
They had the Bicycle Shop episode was the one with the molester. Which, at the time, kind of a serious subject.
Oh, it's kind of should be a serious
subject now. No shit. Yeah, but in the 80s, you could put it on a sitcom and put a laugh track to it.
Yeah, and it made it okay. Made it okay. Yeah, but TV, yeah, you got all of it on TV. There wasn't a lot of it in cinema. There really wasn't. I mean, you had some of the buddy movies, like, well, you had Lethal Weapon. Like, they mixed
Late
it up.
80s.
Yeah. So, I mean, it came around, but for the most part.
Action Jackson, but that was him carrying it on his own, Carl Weathers, without having white co-stars around him. It was just,
right. But it was just the decade.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't.
That was the whitewashed Reagan era, white people were at their peak of money and control.
What happened?
Yeah. Pissed it all away.
Yeah, absolutely. Way to go! You guys own 10 years. Way to go! Way to let Whitey down.
Way to let Whitey down. Boys in the Hood came out. It was all over.
Justifiably so. That was a damn good movie.
Which one?
Boys in the Hood.
Fuck yeah, it was.
That was an amazing movie.
Oh, I couldn't believe because I'd been listening to NWA for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And then when I heard that Ice Cube was going to be starring in that, I was like, "There's no way that he's going to be, what do he think he is? Ice-T?"
Right.
Because New Jack City.
Right.
And then he better than Ice-T or any other characters.
Everyone in that
Yeah.
film was unbelievable. That movie, I was younger than you when I watched it.
Everybody knows I'm an old fart.
It's not that you're an old fart. I'm an old soul. But I sat and I watched it and I cried. I bawled.
Yeah, I
Even
did
as a
too.
kid, I was like,
Oh, the ending.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But yeah, that was a damn good movie. I might have to watch that again.
And that
sometime.
was
It's been a while.
the director. That was his big breakout. John Singleton.
Okay.
I think that was his big breakout too.
Way to break out.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that was a film that I don't think anyone saw coming.
Didn't see that coming. Well, you take a few years before that, Spike Lee's 1986, Do the Right Thing. Just amazing movie. And that tackled a lot of the same race issues.
Yeah.
I definitely-
Inner city and
Yeah. Definitely head on.
yeah. Well, and that's the thing that a lot of films like that get lost to the wayside because people don't want to realize how much struggle there is.
Yeah.
Like
And another thing I give
that's why we have John Hughes, so we don't have to face the struggle.
So you don't have to face the struggle. You can watch one of his movies and not feel guilty because you're white.
Yeah, exactly. No white guilt if you watch John Hughes. You feel so much better about yourself. It is all right to be upper middle class. You're totally going to get the attractive guy that has a lot of money, regardless of where you're from.
Fuck Pretty in Pink.
You're gonna have a best friend that dressed better than anyone else in the movie. You know, he got to kiss Annie Potts too.
Oh,
Like I don't understand your
Okay,
beef
wait a
with this. Like, come on.
okay, I have to say, Annie Potts is she's pretty tasty.
And Pretty in Pink especially.
Even as
Designing women.
well, I was going to say even as the dorky receptionist in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
She was still tasty.
That's a weird fascination. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought Annie
no,
Potts
no,
was
no, no
attractive.
problem. I think I walked out of Ghostbusters going, Annie Potts. I got something for that look.
It's the glasses.
It's the glasses, the whole sexy librarian thing.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be spanked with a yardstick by a girl dressed like that. Okay, that might just be me.
Okay, give me a second. All right, we're good. We're back. Well, and she had good she played off Rick Moranis' character perfect in that as well. So
Yeah.
it just when they were on screen together, you didn't pay attention.
Have you
anymore.
seen the new one?
I have not. I want to. I do.
I
I
want
do.
to.
I want to.
I have purposely been keeping myself an open mind for it.
I like Kate McKinnon
Yeah.
a lot, and I like Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
And I usually like Melissa McCarthy in more of the outside of the mainstream kind of roles and stuff. Like, but she can carry like the movie. Well, she did Heat with Sandra Bullock,
Yeah, that was.
and it was okay. But she stole her scene. Like she owned her scenes. Like she was just trashy, and she plays trashy exceptionally
I was
well.
impressed by St. Vincent.
St. Vincent.
Her and Bill Murray.
No, I've not seen that one.
Really good. It's a drama. You would think two people as funny as
Right.
Bill Murray and Melissa McCarthy, and there are funny moments, but it's more of a serious drama.
Huh. Watch St. Vincent.
Yeah, St. Vincent.
You always leave me. I always leave her with a list of movies to watch.
It's because I have no life.
Always. Well,
So you have more of a life than I do.
at work.
Yeah, still. That's still pretty much a little bit
Like,
of
that's
more
what
of
I
a
do.
life.
No, I want to see it. I'm curious. I think that casting-wise, they did okay.
Yeah.
And
I like the flip. I like the idea of flipping it.
yeah, and I just hope that instead of like a full-on reboot, which based on some of the stuff, like everyone's aware of what happened 30 years ago, based on some of the stuff I've seen in trailers and
Yeah.
stuff. So it's not like the first ones didn't exist.
Well, Bill Murray makes a cameo, from what I understand.
How the hell did they get a hold of him?
Well, Bill Murray.
They leave a fucking message on his answer
On his
machine
answer
because
machine, probably.
that's how you pitch movies to him.
Well, the only reason he did it, he said he read the screenplay and said it's actually really good, and that's the reason he did it. It wasn't the money. They didn't contact him, throw money at him. He's just like, let me see the screenplay.
Which is Bill Murray, which is why you love Bill Murray. Like,
Hell yeah. That's why I love him in Wes Anderson movies.
I love Bill Murray in anything he's in. Like he's just
Here's a great Bill Murray moment for you. And we'll have to wrap it up here in just a couple minutes.
because we were talking about John Hughes
We're John Hughes, and here
and that movie he
here
made with Bill Murray.
And here I am on Stripes with him and
There you
Harold
go.
Ramis. Same time period.
Yep, there you go. We're back to the 80s.
When I was in the Army, they dragged us out. We had this senator coming, right?
Okay.
And so we're in the field for a month. That's a month without showers, living in the jungle. And because the senator's coming, they trucked us out of the jungle to go take showers, put clean pressed uniforms on, and then come back into the jungle and act like we'd been in the jungle the whole time.
Tropic Thunder.
Just pissed me off. So they have us all lined up, and the senator's walking down the line. He's like, "Oh, how you doing? You know, you guys having fun out here? You know, been doing
It's a blast.
And he gets to me, right? And he shakes my hand. He's like, "Oh, Private, what have you guys been doing out here?" And just really low and quietly, I was like, "Army training, sir." I said, "Training, sir." And he goes, "What kind of training?" And I stomped my foot and went, "Army training, sir."
How'd that go over?
Oh, well, I will say that my tenure in the Army, because I don't know if you've realized about me, I don't have like a filter between here and
No,
here.
not at all. I never noticed.
And it was the exact same way when I was in the infantry. And I did more push-ups than anybody I know. I spent most of my time. I would say shit, and then before my sergeant, this would really piss him off, right? Because I would say something.
And then just
I
drop?
just drop and start knocking out push-ups. And it would piss them off because they didn't take the time to bitch me out and tell me to do push-ups. I just like, okay, I got it.
That's pretty good.
Fuck you guys.
I knew there was a reason we got along.
I just don't care. I don't care who you are. It doesn't faze me. I'm poor. I've been, struggling my whole life. There's nothing you can do to me. So
Can't
suck
keep
my
this
dick.
whitey down.
Ah, no doubt.
He knows the struggle. He didn't grow up watching John Hughes. He knew what it was like.
I knew what it was like. I grew up. I was there. Okay, when the Jeffersons were on, I was there. Okay, Good Times, I was there. That's not right.
I
Boys,
swear,
that's not right.
if your show ever takes off, we might be in trouble for this shit we talk about.
This episode.
Possibly.
Oh shit, we need some controversy to stir shit
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I will say this to sum up the whole thing, because when it generally comes down to it, fuck white people too. Okay?
Yes.
Fuck white people all to hell. You privileged, fucking self-involved, self-deluded, white cracker motherfuckers. There, yeah. I think we could end it there.
I think that's a good ending point.
I think it's a good ending.
That was from the one white guy in the audience.
That was from the one white guy in the audience. Thank you for being on Film Speak. Thanks for coming. I tell you, I don't know if anybody watches this shit, but you are like my favorite fucking episodes. I don't give a fuck if anybody watches it. I watch it just because we crack me up.
Yeah.
Love you.
I can't believe the one white guy threw shit, and it's bottled water.
And it's bottled white man water.
It's not Kroger brand.
It's not Kroger, man. It's a white man water.
It's Evian.
It's Evian. It's Peru. Okay. One of these days, I think one of these days, Stephanie and I are just going to end up getting in fucking trouble. Boy, are we off the frickin' chain or what? I want to thank Stephanie for coming down again. She has now crossed the threshold into being my most numerous guest. This makes 5 episodes now that she has been on. And give me another week or two, and I'm going to have her fucking back. I tell you, Stephanie and I one day are going to join forces and just kick everybody in the nuts because we won't be able to be stopped. So thank you for watching Film Speak. Please support independent film, not just independent film. Go out there, find independent music, artists in your area. There's just a lot you could do in your community to help support these artists. So support indie art and fuck off. I'll see you next week. Fuck white people.